I have never paid a supplier 100% off the bat. Like, I would never do it. You have to show me what I've asked you to. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Queen. If you're new to my channel, I do all things business and all things personal development. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for coming back. You guys might have mad love for you. Today we're going to be talking about 4 Alibaba red flags that you guys need to watch out for if you're looking to start your own business. Everyone knows that, well, not everyone, but most people in the business scene knows that they need to go onto Alibaba to try and find some suppliers to source with your product. So today we're going to be discussing 4 red flags that you need to watch out for while working with any supplier on Alibaba. Okay, let's get right into that video. So the first red flag that might not be obvious to a lot of people, but you need to pay attention to, is when the price is too low. So the lovely thing about Alibaba is that you can source for one product and multiple suppliers will have the same product. Now you might be wondering, why is this person's price so low? Why is that person is selling for $10 and you're selling for $2? The reason that is because Alibaba sells a variety of the same product. So really what that means is that it all depends on the quality that you're looking for. So the same product, so if I was to go find this ring on Alibaba, I can find 6 different suppliers that carries the same ring, but the quality is going to be different, and that plays a role in the pricing. And sometimes if you're on there and you're trying to find a product or you're sourcing for a product, you might feel that the other supplier is just charging you or overcharging you for some reason, but the reality of it is that it all depends on the quality. Okay, so make sure that you keep that in mind when you're buying stuff on Alibaba. Make sure that you're paying attention to the quality. Okay, and that brings me to my second red flag for a supplier. If you find a product and you say, oh yeah, the pricing looks okay, and you're trying to order a sample and they're trying to somehow discourage you from ordering the sample, that's a red flag. Okay, because they're not sure of the quality of the products that they're trying to sell to you. Because if they're sure of the quality of the product that they're trying to sell to you, they'll be open to it. Sometimes suppliers might say, you know, it might be more expensive for you to order a sample, which, to be fair, it is more expensive for you to order a sample. You have to pay the sample price, and the cost of shipping one product to you is probably going to be the same cost of shipping 10 products to you. So sometimes they might say, hey, you probably don't need to order a sample, it's going to be expensive for you to get it. But you want to make sure that you have all of your checks covered, because you don't want to end up investing $500 into a product that you never ordered a sample for, and you receive the product and then the quality is terrible, or you know the quality is bad and you're unable to sell those products. So you want to make sure that you're working with a supplier who doesn't seem sketchy or trying to avoid you ordering a sample, even after you've expressed that you're totally fine paying for the shipping cost, or you're totally fine paying to pay extra amount for the sample. Because honestly, I would highly recommend, if you're new to starting a business, I would highly recommend ordering a sample and seeing what you're about to buy for your store, because you don't want to invest money and then realize you've gotten horrible products. This happened to me before, I'm not gonna lie. This was when I was like 16 or 17 or something. I invested a lot of money, you know, ordering a bunch of shoes. That was the first time I ever discovered China. Ordering a bunch of shoes, and when the products came, the quality was terrible. Okay, the quality was horrible. So that's my second red flag for Alibaba suppliers. Now my third red flag is any supplier that's trying to force you or encourage you to pay for products via PayPal or any other means. Alibaba has a payment system. Okay, I would highly recommend that you pay all of your costs or anything, all of the total amount that you need to pay for your products, paid on Alibaba. The reason being, if you get the product, or if anything happens with the product, if the product never shipped or something happened, they have trade assurance, which means that if you don't receive the product, you're more than likely to get your money back, right? I'm not sure about PayPal. I'm sure PayPal also has some type of trade assurance, but at the end of the day, make sure you only pay through the Alibaba app. Okay, don't do any type of wire transfer unless you have a long-standing relationship with this supplier. Even at that, I would still recommend paying through Alibaba, but unless you have a long-standing relationship, then I would say pay through the Alibaba app and not through PayPal. When I created one of my custom designs for one of my clothing stores, I work with a manufacturer. What that means is that I created my own designs, I created a sample, and then I manufactured the pieces because they were my specific designs. So it wasn't private labeled, it wasn't none of that. I'm going to talk a little bit about private label in another video because people should know about that. It's really convenient. But anyway, that's not the point. I paid through, I think, wire transfer at that time. But then again, that was me taking the risk. Everything seemed fine. But if you find a supplier on Alibaba, I'll highly recommend paying through the app. And finally, my last red flag, which is kind of in the gray areas, but could be a red flag, because when you're communicating with a supplier on the Alibaba app, you know, it would tell you that if you take your communication out of the app, they are unable to cover whatever it is, whatever transaction happened outside of the app. So that's why they recommend that you converse or have a conversation with your supplier within the app, and that's what I do. All of my communication with my supplier happens within the app. If I have a long-standing relationship with you, or maybe I need you to send me a catalog and it's not working properly in Alibaba, I might say send me a WhatsApp message. But I just don't, right off the bat, I just don't take that communication right into WhatsApp, which brings me to the final red flag, which is a supplier who only wants to talk outside of the app. The supplier who only wants to talk on WhatsApp, right? They don't want to have any conversation with you within the app. That kind of seems sketchy to me, because why not? Like, I found you on this app, why are you trying to take me to a different platform to go have a conversation? So that kind of has a gray area to it. But then again, if you're completely new to this, if you're watching this video, you're completely new to shopping or ordering stuff off of Alibaba to start off a business, then I would highly recommend that you take the easy way route and make sure that you have all of the things covered and you have your safety net, and keep your communication in the app. Okay, make sure that you're conversing with your supplier in the app. Secondly, make sure that you only pay through Alibaba, don't pay through PayPal. Okay, make sure you order a sample, very important, because like I said, there's several variations of the same products on Alibaba, trust me, several variations of the same products. Make sure that you're ordering your samples, and you're, you know, just try to be careful. You know, you're taking a risk by working with people from a completely different country, so make sure you take your time to vet that supplier properly and make sure that the products that you're going to be receiving are actually of great quality. One more thing that I'm going to say is, when you want to pay for your shipment, say you want to start selling jewelry and you found the supplier, you already checked them out, you know, you've ordered a sample, it looks good, you know, you guys already have an open communication about how you're going to pay, and you've kept your communication within Alibaba. Make sure when you go ahead and do order your bulk quantity, you only offer to pay them 50% of the cost. So if you're going to spend $1,000, everything you want to buy is $1,000, tell them that you're only going to pay a deposit of $500, and once the products or once the items have been packaged, you know, they've put your order together, tell them to send you a photo and tell them to send you a video of your product. And once you see it and once you confirm that everything looks good, then pay them their balance, and then they're going to ship your products to you. I have never paid a supplier 100% off the bat. Like, I would never do it. You have to show me what I've asked you to create, and make sure that there are no mistakes, because that happens sometimes. Imagine if you paid 100% of the cost of the product and you're doing private labeling, and then they put your logo wrong, or maybe they spelt your name incorrectly. You've already paid them, they don't really care to fix the problem. But if you only pay the 50%, you know, you still have some leverage in terms of asking them to do it again. That has never happened to me, because I always try to be clear. I always try to tell them to send me a mock-up of what I want to create, to make sure that everything is spelled correctly, everything is on point before we go into production. So anyway, this is the 4 things that I want you guys to watch out for when you're working with suppliers on Alibaba. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow. My goal this year is to help as many of you guys start your businesses. So if you want some free resources, it will be in my description. My website is on my description, and anything else that you want to know about me, my social media handles, will be in my description as well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in another one.